Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Or maybe you've had one of those moments where a familiar name is right on the tip of your tongue, but no matter how hard you try, you just can't remember it? If that sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not alone. These little lapses in memory happen to everyone, and they can be frustrating. But here's the good news: memory loss is not an inevitable part of aging. A lot of people believe that as we get older, our brains naturally slow down, and there's nothing we can do about it. But that's simply not true. Your brain is like a muscle: the more you use it, the stronger it stays. And today, I'm going to share with you 5 simple daily habits that can help keep your mind sharp, focused, and strong, no matter your age. Now, before we get into the first habit, I want you to take a moment and think about this. Your brain is working right now to process what I'm saying, to connect ideas, and to store new information. That means you already have everything you need to improve your memory. You just need to know how to use it properly. So, let's get started with the first habit, which is something so simple, yet so powerful: movement. Did you know that exercise is one of the best things you can do for your brain? And no, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. Even something as simple as a 20-minute daily walk can make a huge difference in your memory and cognitive function. Here's why: when you move your body, you increase blood flow to the brain. That blood carries oxygen and nutrients that help brain cells grow and stay strong. In fact, research shows that regular movement, whether it's walking, stretching, or even dancing, can help reduce the risk of dementia and improve problem-solving skills. And here's the fun part: if you want to supercharge the benefits, try doing something mentally engaging while you move. Listen to a new podcast, take a different walking route, or even practice simple memory games while exercising. This forces your brain to adapt and grow, just like a muscle. Now, let's talk about something else that fuels your brain just as much as movement: the food you eat. Imagine this: you wouldn't put low-quality fuel into a car and expect it to run smoothly, right? Well, the same goes for your brain. What you eat directly affects how well your memory works. One of the biggest mistakes people make is eating too many processed foods, sugars, and unhealthy fats. These foods cause inflammation in the brain, which can slow down thinking and make it harder to remember things. Instead, focus on eating brain-boosting foods like leafy greens, nuts, berries, and fatty fish like salmon. These foods are packed with antioxidants, omega-3s, and essential nutrients that protect brain cells and even help grow new ones. And if you love coffee or tea, here's some good news: caffeine in moderation can actually help improve focus and memory. But food alone isn't enough. To keep your brain in top shape, you also need to give it the right kind of mental challenge every day. Think about it: if you don't use a muscle for a long time, it gets weaker, right? Well, your brain works the same way. If you go through the same routine every day without challenging your mind, it starts to slow down. But the good news is, keeping your brain active doesn't mean doing complicated math problems or memorizing long lists of facts. It can actually be fun. One of the best things you can do to keep your memory sharp is to learn something new. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be a new word, a new recipe, or even a few phrases in another language. When you challenge yourself with something unfamiliar, your brain forms new connections, and the more connections it has, the better it works. And here's something even more powerful: using your hands while you learn. Activities like playing an instrument, painting, gardening, or even doing puzzles activate different parts of the brain at the same time, strengthening memory and problem-solving skills. That's why hobbies that require both mental and physical effort, like knitting, playing chess, or even learning to dance, are fantastic for keeping your mind sharp. But let's talk about something that people often overlook when it comes to brain health: social interaction. Have you ever noticed that after spending time with a friend or having a deep conversation, you feel more awake and energized? That's because socializing is actually a workout for your brain. Every time you talk to someone, you're processing information, remembering details, and engaging different parts of your memory. And studies have proven this: people who stay socially active have lower rates of cognitive decline than those who spend too much time alone. So, if you really want to boost your brain power, make an effort to connect with others. That could mean calling an old friend, joining a book club, or even chatting with your neighbors. And if you can combine learning and socializing, even better. Join a class, take up a new hobby with a friend, or play memory-boosting games with your grandkids. The key is to keep your brain engaged and challenged in a way that feels enjoyable. Now that we've covered movement, nutrition, and mental challenges, let's talk about something just as important: rest. Think about the last time you had a bad night's sleep. Maybe you felt foggy, sluggish, or even a little forgetful the next day. That's because while you sleep, your brain is hard at work. It's processing memories, clearing out toxins, and repairing itself so you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to think clearly. But as we get older, sleep can become more of a challenge. Maybe you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, or maybe you struggle to fall asleep in the first place. That's completely normal, but there are simple things you can do to improve your sleep and, in turn, protect your memory. First, try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Your brain loves routine, and a regular sleep schedule helps it function better. Also, be mindful of your screen time before bed. Phones, tablets, and TVs emit blue light that can trick your brain into staying awake. Instead, try reading a book, listening to calming music, or even practicing deep breathing exercises to help your body relax. And speaking of relaxation, let's talk about something that can seriously damage your memory if you don't manage it properly: stress. We all know that stress isn't good for us, but did you know that chronic stress actually shrinks the memory center of your brain? That's right, too much stress over time can physically change your brain, making it harder to focus, recall information, and stay mentally sharp. Now, I know stress is a part of life. We can't eliminate it completely, but we can control how we respond to it. One of the simplest ways to do this? Deep breathing. The next time you feel overwhelmed, stop and take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly. Do this a few times, and you'll feel your body relax almost instantly. Other great stress relievers include spending time in nature, practicing gratitude, and even just laughing. Yes, laughter really is medicine. It reduces stress hormones and boosts memory and learning ability. So, now that we've covered movement, nutrition, learning, social interaction, sleep, and stress management, you might be wondering, where do I start? And the answer is, anywhere. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just pick one habit from today's video and start doing it daily. Maybe it's going for a short walk. Maybe it's adding more brain-boosting foods to your diet. Maybe it's calling a friend for a chat. Whatever you choose, stick with it. Small changes add up, and over time, you'll notice the difference in how sharp, focused, and energized you feel. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you're going to try from today's video? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Here's to staying sharp, strong, and full of life at any age. See you in the next video.